tell me about Mother's Meeting, how it all started and when it started and all the things that you do.
Oh my God. It feels like a lifetime ago. It's like second nature now, so I don't really think of it as being a thing. So before being a mum, I was a graphic designer and I worked for a lot of big agencies, but then I had my own design agency, sort of PR marketing events, / and then I had Sonny and I was so unprepared for motherhood. I'm like, it's not going to change me. I'm just going to be a mum, and you see everyone with babies and you think that you're going to just be a mum with a baby. You don't see what goes on behind closed doors. And I had him. I thought, oh my God, this is so hard. Like,
so were you on mat leave or were you freelance at that point?
No, I've always just
been freelance.
worked for myself. So having
maternity,
hustling every day.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I had him, and I'm like, oh, this is awful. Where's the receipt? I want to take him back. It was like I didn't even know babies didn't sleep. That's how unprepared I was.
I remember saying, why would you be tired? All they do is sleep and eat.
Yeah.
I had no idea, so I totally get that.
And you get so lonely, and I think one day I just said that, oh my God, I realised that I was like really lonely and really quite sad. Do you know what I mean? But you don't know why, because it's your first baby and it's like the lack of sleep. Lack of sleep can like kill people.
Oh my God, it's like a form of torture, it must be.
And it just feels like everything's a massive chore, isn't it? But you don't know why.
Yeah, of course, it's horrendous at the beginning.
So anyway, I was like, I need to do something for myself. So I looked in Time Out, saw a magazine exhibition that I wanted to go to see. And then I was like, all right, I want to go to that one at Somerset House. And I designed my own poster for that exhibition. And it was like, meet on Wednesday at 11 o'clock at Somerset House. And
for mums, like for other mums to meet you there.
I just called it Mother's Meeting.
Okay, you called it that from the outset.
Yeah. And just this meeting up at the Somerset House because it was something that I wanted to do. And the poster didn't have any contact details on. Okay. So it wasn't like an official thing. It was like, maybe somebody might turn up.
And how old was Sonny at this point?
He was about 6 months.
Okay. Wow.
But I was like, maybe somebody might turn up. So it made me go.
Okay.
And you know what it's like when you're a mum. If you haven't slept, you can just sack everything off and just watch Jeremy Kyle again. But I knew that I'd made this poster and I knew that somebody might turn up. Okay. So I cleaned my trainers, washed my hair the night before. I'm like, right, we're going out tomorrow.
Bit of lippy.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
And so we went. And there's this one mum wandering around with a buggy. She's like, are you here for the Mother's Meeting?
Oh,
and I'm like, I am the Mother's Meeting. Come on, babe, come with me. I basically tricked her into being my friend. Yeah. And she's like, where's everyone else? I'm like, there is no anyone else. And then my friend Sharmadine, who started Wild Nails, she came, so it was just the three of us. Because me and Sharma had babies at the same time. Okay. And so we had a really nice day. Oh, this is good. I went home with a little spring in my step. I said to my boyfriend, I saw some art, been outside, been out, around normal people doing normal things. Felt quite good. So then I basically just would look in Time Out, find an exhibition that I'd want to go to.
And get people to come
and design my own poster for it. It's like guerrilla events.
That's amazing though. And then slowly you just had more and more people meeting you up with you.
Because of my previous role as a creative and go to art college and things, everyone I knew was sort of in the creative industry, and I think the word just spread naturally.
That's so good.
Organically.
And now it's like the real deal.
Yeah. But it's just me making up things that I want to do and inviting the world to come. I'm like, what topic do I want to learn about this month?
And is there an event every month?
Yeah, there's 3 events every month.
Okay. And is it still just you, or do you have...
I've got a little team, but we just we're all in sync and we all kind of understand one another's situations, and it's really nice to FaceTime each other, WhatsApp.
Yeah, because that's also another thing about work, having to sit and do a really official email when you've got a baby hanging off your boob or around your leg. If you can just WhatsApp someone and say, can you do this, can you do that, can we sort this out? makes everything a lot easier.
We call each other, and then it's like the kids are her kids are crying, or mine. I'm doing something. I'm like, babe, we'll call you back in a minute. But we always manage to get stuff done, and it just goes to show, like, sometimes the little amount of time that you do have, you get more stuff done.
I was going to ask you, do you feel like you're way more productive now?
Yeah, and I find that loads of mums that have just had babies or they're on their second or third, they seem to get so much more done, and their businesses seem to sort of rocket when they have a baby. I think it's because you haven't got so much time to like procrastinate and overthink things. It's like, right, I've got a spare hour, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of bang out 10 emails, then you can go back to doing whatever it was you were doing with your kid before.
Exactly.
So it's been on now for you've been running it for 7 years. Have you not taken any mat leave in those 7 years with 3 kids?
Do you know what? This is like really cheesy, but you know when they say if you find something you love, you'll never do a day's work?
Yeah.
And it kind of feels like that.
But very hard with a newborn.
Whether you love I've done loads of work with her.
You're amazing then, because it's bloody
Because when she was born, it was kind of like you're breastfeeding, so you can send emails.
Yeah.
And then you send in the emails, and I'm like, oh my God, I've just made an event that I've got to go to without even knowing about, because I put events on so naturally now. It's just, for me, it's kind of like second nature.
Have all the kids been to events, Sonny?
Yeah, Sonny used to come to loads because obviously he was the reason. And then Jazz hasn't come to as many.
Okay.
Because I think a lot happened with Jazz when she was at that age where she could come with her dad leaving and everything. So it was all a bit sort of
stuff going on.
Yeah. But Sky's been to loads. She's gonna be, haven't you, baby?
She's going to be an absolute pro.
Because she's such a good girl.
Is she really good?
Yeah, but it's all going to change soon, isn't it? When she starts wanting to crawl and...
Okay, see, I don't know. You're saying this and I'm like, really? Because I haven't done it. So my daughter's 7 months old. She is not moving yet. So she's really good. But if it's all going to change...
Oh, yeah. It's like you can't go to cafe. Do you know what I mean? It's just... You got to enjoy the moment.
Okay. Because soon it's going to get... See, I already feel like I've done manic in the first 3 months, but I guess there's always a new stage of that
I find
madness.
sometimes that when some people have babies and it's manic at the beginning, it calms down around 6-7 months, which means probably that's the place you're at. Where I think if you have a really calm beginning, it turns chaotic.
Okay. You just don't know.
No.
Every kid's different.
You just got to appreciate each day as it comes.
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't know. And like you were saying before we started filming, every kid will be different. Every experience will be different. You might have had really easy feeding or really easy sleeping, and then your next kid.
And you don't want to be, the thing is, you don't want to be smug about it. Because some people with their first babies, they're like, oh, I've got a really good sleeping baby. And you're like, yeah, that's going to change, because it never lasts forever.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think when I say she's a good girl at the moment, in terms of, she's quite calm and she doesn't really cry, I'm like, it could change at any point.
How are the other kids with her? So you've obviously got
Sonny's amazing. He's 7 and he totally understands he's got a baby sister. For Jasmine, who's 3, it's been really quite a big transition.
Yeah, I bet, because she's the baby.
She was the baby, and now she's the big sister.
Yeah.
And it's just, constantly, Jazz, be careful, Jazzy, be gentle. And it's like, I can imagine for her it's annoying, because she just wants to be with her baby sister.
Yeah, of course. She's trying to kiss her and hug her and all the rest of it.
Like, but she's so heavy-handed.
Yeah, she doesn't know.
No, so I'm looking forward to Sky becoming a bit more robust, so Jazz can actually sort of play with her a bit more.
And it'll be quite good for Sky, because she'll naturally have to be a little bit more rough and ready, because she's got 2 older brothers and sisters, so she'll sort of have no choice. I think that's a good thing. I always think second, third, fourth, etc. babies are a little bit more like, oh, come on, get on with it, because they've got older brothers and sisters, and you're a bit like, not so exactly. Whereas I think first baby, I am so nervous about everything.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think I would be. It's so new, and I could never have been prepared for, like you say, I didn't realise the sleep was going to be quite so traumatic. Birth, bloody hard, feeding, everything is like, hard. Yeah, it's a new thing, everything.
Honestly, I think most people with the third is kind of like...
All right, I'll have to send you a message when I get to number 3.
Yeah. Even the birth was like...
Really? So what, better at number 3? Easier at number 3?
I feel like a dream.
Was your first birth hard?
Like The Exorcist. It was like The Exorcist. I was weeing myself, wondering I had too much gas in there, like a zombie. It's terrible. Yeah. But yeah, it's like anything, isn't it? If you don't know what you're doing, how are you supposed to know?
And no one can prepare you. Obviously, the minute you're pregnant, everyone wants to tell you, this is what's going to... Like, trying to give you hints or tips. There's nothing anyone could have said, whether it's your mum, your neighbour, the woman in the shop. that will prepare you for your baby.
Yeah, and they're all so different as well.
Yeah, and that real loneliness, I think. It's that feeling of loving your son or daughter, but still missing a little bit
of your old life.
Yeah, I love my daughter, but I miss some of the old stuff.
Well, it's hard because I think you have a baby and then your life's completely different, and no matter how much you try and do all the old stuff, you're exhausted, so you can't keep up with it. So then you're in this like, you're stuck in a rut where you've got one foot in the old life and then you've got this one foot in motherhood, and you're like, where am I? Who am I? What am I doing? But I think the best thing to do is to put your 2 feet into the new life and remember that it's not, like we said at Mother's Meeting, it's not the end, it's just the beginning.
That's very nice, I like that.
And I think, it's to embrace it, and it is massive ups and massive downs. Like even now with my third, like yesterday I was really tired and I was like, oh my God, I feel really shit today. And I woke up on Tuesday and I had this list, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get this. And they're not big things. It's like taking things to the post office.
Yeah, but that's a big thing now.
Yeah, it's like taking things to the post office, sending an email, I'm trying to sort a mortgage out and different things. And you get to the end of the day and you like haven't done any of it and you feel really rubbish for not completing anything. And you're like, what have I done? And then you forget that you've actually been looking after a baby. I think it's so easy to get depressed and feel really isolated and anxious when you have a baby, because like I said, this guy's my third child, and yesterday I could feel myself getting into that like hole, you know, but I know it's because I'm tired. Whereas
exactly.
If it was my first, I wouldn't know that that's why. I think you just become more aware of like your body and your mind.
What do you do to get yourself out of it?
I had a massive coffee, really short. No, I was like, lay down. I'm like, I don't have to do anything. But then I think as soon as you think you don't have to do anything, you want to do stuff. So I was like, no, come on. And then we had a massive double espresso.
Nice.
Did a lot, was up and down the high street, booked to get a pedicure, booked to get my ears pierced, went to the post office, got loads of stuff done.
Amazing.
And then I felt loads better.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just picking yourself up out of that place that could get quite low and realising, hang on, this is silly. I'm just tired. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm eating crap food because I'm tired. Yeah. I'm not really chatting to anyone because I'm with my baby. I just get up and get out. And then suddenly you feel loads better. Do you find that either messaging or calling or texting the women in your life help? So the women in your mother's meeting or the people you work with or family, do you feel that helps?
Yeah, because I think I've always found that as soon as you're honest about how you feel, everybody sort of drops the act. Because I think that when people come to Mother's Meeting, they're really nervous for the first one they come to. They come along and I'm like, oh my God, your baby's so young, how you doing? And they're like, yeah, I'm fine. I was like, no, really, how are you doing? And they're like, oh, it's really hard, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, it is. And it's fine to say that it is hard.
I think social media can make you think that everyone's like, yeah, I'm fine. You know, you see these mums looking amazing, how they just popped out a baby, doing stuff, and it makes you think, I'm struggling and maybe I shouldn't be.
But it makes you feel really rubbish. And I put on Instagram yesterday, oh, I'm just really tired and stuff. But then you don't want people going, oh, are you okay? You're going to like...
I'm fine, I'm just tired.
Yeah. And I think because I delete Instagram all the time, like you just saw, I had to install it on my phone. And so if you feel a bit rubbish and you look on Instagram, it is like... self-harm.
Oh, literally.
It is like self-harm because you're looking at it and it's like so-and-so's trying on a really nice dress in Marks and Spencer's or something, she looks really good, and then you got them in a really nice cafe eating really nice food, she's talking on a panel, she's on holiday,
and you're sitting out there feeling horrendous,
in bed with the curtains closed, eating peanut butter out the jar.
That's literally my day-to-day life, and I think I'm going to try and delete Instagram like you've said that you do. I think that's so good. A few last questions that I think I'm going to ask everybody. Do you have a life mum hack, like a little tip that is like like a little word of wisdom that you would share that kind of gets you through? Either something like... Yeah, go on.
Go on, I know what it is.
Go on, tell me.
There's two, right? If you want to lose a bit of mum weight...
Yeah, tell me.
It's not about not buying chocolate or biscuits. Okay. It's about... not buying tea bags,
because then you've got no biscuit.
You don't need, and you don't have a biscuit on its own, do you?
You don't. You have it with a cup of tea.
Yeah. So I haven't had a cup of tea in the house for about 4 or 5 days, and I've lost a couple of pounds.
Stop it.
I have. Honest to God.
Because my thing is the biscuits. I'm like, Isaac, I said to my boyfriend, don't bring home any biscuits. Like, we don't need any chocolate in the house. But if we didn't have tea bags, those biscuits would just rot in there anyway, because I only want it with a cup of tea.
Exactly.
All right, that's the new thing.
Honestly, I was like, why am I not like craving any chocolate or any biscuits? It's because I haven't had any tea.
I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Because you said you don't like doing interviews. Sky, thank you, gorgeous.
Oh, hi.
You were so good. You've barely peeped. Oh,
She's a good girl.
she's amazing.
Baby,